Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing airline policies and travel into Thailand and sort of comparing this to Thai immigration policy. I got to thinking about this reading a recent, it was a letter into the post bag in the Bangkok Post. It's bangkokpost.com, and the link basically, I guess the top letter was porn on the streets, but this letter is titled Flight Check. So bangkokpost.com post bag, flight check, and then race to end restrictions, quote unquote, business, March 21. Quoting further, Thailand entry rules relaxed, but beware of airline rules. Quoting further, I've been back and forth with Thai immigration regarding the ever-changing tourist entry rules, trying to keep on top of things so as not to be turned away at the airport as I was a year ago. Happy to see that the pre-departure RT COVID test is no longer required as of April 1, as I am scheduled to arrive the 2nd of April. However, I took the time and effort to contact my airline's requirement for boarding and discovered that airlines have their own requirements/restrictions, even though they're not publicly announced. It's not a secret, but due diligence is required for international travel these days. Yeah, I can't tell you how much, and we processed a lot of folks in since March 2020, assisting them with certificates of entry, which later became Thailand Pass, assisting folks in getting their affairs in order to enter Thailand legally. And we've really dealt with this going all the way back to the beginning of this whole issue. And yeah, the airlines and their policies are definitely something to bear in mind when you're dealing with processing of any of this. Inbound processing, inbound immigration into Thailand. You know, the airlines can have their own issues. We did videos going back months and months ago, maybe years ago basically now, where we talked about bringing documentation in duplicate, especially if you're connecting through someplace. We had a number of clients who had a number of problems. Again, same airline. They were allowed to board, they got to their connection, and then, personnel from the same airline were hassling them about documentation, this and that, in order to get moved over to the next, to their next flight in order to get here into Thailand. So, yeah, it is something to bear in mind, and as I've noted, we do assist in these matters, and for some folks who really feel, kind of overwhelmed by all of this, it may not be a terrible idea to contact a legal professional, gain some insight and guidance into how best to proceed.